Hello everybody, this is Jeannie Kooker from Create with Jeannie, and I want to welcome you all to my Friday happy hour of stamping. I'm really excited for you to join me. If you are new to my page, I am so excited that you are here. I hope that you will follow me and keep coming back every Friday. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the Stampin' Up! New InColors. So each year Stampin' Up! Has a new catalog that comes out, and this year it came out in May. And it goes for 12 months. We have a collection of our regular colors. We have our brights, our subtles, our neutrals, and our regals. But every year we get a new set of InColors, which I'm sharing with you here today. Once they come, we have them for 2 years, and so they alternate and rotate out every other year. I'm really excited about this year's colors. I think every one of them is beautiful, and they all just blend together so well. On top here, I'm going to start from the left, or the right, and go to the left. We have our Fresh Freesia, and then we have Pale Papaya, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, and Polished Pink. Now I have out our Stampin' Right markers, and they come in a set of 5, like this. What's nice about these is that there is a wide end or a brush tip and a finer tip. So this is our brush tip, and it has a thicker white line. And this end is a fine tip. It's great for writing or doing very small detail work. Those do come in a pack, so you get them all together. Next we have the ink pads, and the same goes for the ink pads. You can buy them, these actually is a little different. You can buy them individually, or you can buy them in a pack of the 5. We're going to be using those colors today. Now we also have some designer series paper. I'm going to share it with you here. And the designer series paper comes 6 by 6. And I've cut these down because I was using part of them for the cards today. But there are 2 different designs of paper. Let me see if shows probably better in this. So we have this paper that has like the check on one side. And then when I flip it over, it has like this little cross, kind of flowery type image there. And then we have, here's another one. This one here, which has a stripe with some little dots. And then when you flip it over, it has like a little check type one. So they're very monochromatic. They're great to blend in with some of our other designer paper. And they're just fun to have, because when you need a color, you can just grab a pack and you're gonna have those colors. We also carry the cardstock in 8.5 by 11 and 12 by 12. You can buy them as individual colors, or you can buy a pack of 8.5 by 11 that has an assortment, or the 12 by 12. I think it's really a fun way to or an easy way to get started is sometimes buying the combination packs. So you could purchase just a pack of 8.5 by 11, and you're going to have plenty of sheets to do your bases and cards or treats or things like that you like. Now another one of the products that we have, so I'm missing one here, are these nice bags. They're just a lot of fun. They're made out of just a thin paper. You can put treats in them, you can fold them over, decorate them, and have a lot of fun. I'm going to be sharing a project tomorrow on my online workshop at 10 o'clock. Okay, so I want to share with you the stamp set I'm going to use today, and that is our Flowers for Friendship. It is a new bundle. You can buy them individually, have the punch or just buy the punch or just buy the stamp set, but when you do buy them together, you're going to save 10%. This is a stamp set that I've been using a lot. It's a simple, basic, perfect stamp set for a beginner, but if you're a more avid stamper, casual to avid stamper, you're going to be able to dress up your things and do a lot of fancy stuff with this stamp set. I really like the sentiments. They have some really fun fonts in there. They're not just basic. And then the flowers, you can do a lot with those. The punch, it's going to punch out both size flowers, and also it will punch out some leaves there, which those of course coordinate with these flowers right here. All right, I'm going to set that aside now. Oops, I didn't even show you the ribbon. So this is the ribbon too. So when we have the InColors, or with the InColors, we usually carry a grouping of ribbon that comes in all the colors. This one is like an organdy ribbon. It's thin. It has a little bit thicker edges. I don't know if you can see that very well in the camera. Has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but it's beautiful and it's just super easy peasy to tie. The other thing I have to share with you today are our Stampin Blends. I only pulled out the Fresh Freesia. I'm going to use those today, but we do have them in all of our colors. You're going to get a light and a dark one in a combo pack. And again, these are like our Stampin' Right markers where they have a brush tip and they have more of a bullet tip. So you'll be able to color in large areas or smaller areas. All right, let me see one more thing. Okay, I'm gonna show you a couple more things and then I'm gonna start with the cards. One of the things that I am sharing you today is a card that I am using my little color chart here. So each one of these sections here has one of our InColors, and then it has color combinations. I think it's great to have those, so when you're stuck at what coordinates, what goes with what, you can just pull this out and then you're set to go. So on each one of the cards that I'm going to share with you today, I used one of the color combinations that's on this sheet. All right, I'm going to go ahead and show you the first card. I'm not going to create each and every card, but I'm going to do a couple of them and I'm going to change them up a little bit. This one here is our Fresh Freesia, and I am using this color combo right here. It has Gorgeous Grape and Granny Apple Green with it. Hi Kim, thanks for joining me. All right, let me grab out some of my papers here now. So all my pieces. I'm going to bring back that sample one I had out earlier. The cards that I'm creating today, I'm using, the paper is 8.5 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5.5. Grab my bone folder. There we go. So when it's down, folded in half, it ends up being 4 1/4 by 5.5. It's a standard size card. You can do your card this way, or you can do your card this way. And I actually think today I'm going to switch up and do the cards going that way so that you can see the difference. All right, we need to stamp a couple flowers on here. And then I need one of the labels. This is our Label Me Lovely punch. It's just a great basic one. I'm gonna punch out one there. And then I have my card base. And then I have my 3 colors. So these are the color combo. It's got the Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, and Granny Apple Green. And then I have a piece of that ribbon. So let's do our stamping first, and then we'll pull all our pieces back together and we can put the card together. The 2 colors of ink we're going to be using is the Fresh Freesia and the Gorgeous Grape. There we go. Trying to figure out what I'm going to stamp first. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the sentiment first on here. This one says, "Many thanks from all of us." And I am going to just put it right down here at the bottom. And then we can set that aside, and then we're going to bring in our flowers. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to stamp 2 and then layer them. And I want to show you something on the back of the punch. So when we put our paper through, we're going to be sliding it through here at the bottom. And if you notice, this flower down here is an X. So when we stamp it on our paper, we want to make sure that we stamp it in that X so that it's easy to punch out for us. All right. I'm going to slide that in, just match that up. We get a few extra flyaways from those leaves, but that's okay. There we go. Get rid of our little pieces there. And I'm looking for one more thing. I can't to see where I put it. Well, I was looking for my glue dots and I don't see them right here, but that's okay. I will make it work. All right, so we have our 2 flowers, and now we're going to go ahead and stamp our background. So I am just randomly stamping the same flower image, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring in the larger one also, just so you can see the different stamped images that come in the set. Fill it up a little bit. Okay, I think that looks good. Set these aside and I will clean those in just a moment. All right. Now, if you notice on this card here, I just did them in the Fresh Freesia ink, and I didn't fill in or color in at all, but I decided I wanted to do that a little bit so that you could see how our Stampin' Blends work. So I'm going to be using the bullet end, which is the thin line. It seems like with small areas, I like to use that. It just fits a little bit better. Now the Stampin' Blends don't come in every color of ink that we have, but they do come in a lot of them. So we may not have, let's say, Crushed Curry and Daffodil Delight, but we have So Saffron and Daffodil Delight. So we don't have every yellow, we don't have every purple, that type of thing, but we have such a large variety, and so many of them do just blend with each other. Hi Pam, hi Martha. Thank you guys for joining. So I'm just adding a little bit of color instead of keeping it just the outlined images. Now you could stamp these in black or basic gray or something, and then fill them in and do lots of fun different colors, but I'm trying to keep it monochromatic, and I'm just using the InColors today with a coordinating color. All right, one more over here. I think I got it. All right, we're gonna go with that. Now I'm gonna take my Stampin' Right marker, and I'm gonna use that brush end, and I'm gonna do a little flicking. So I'm just gonna take my lid and I'm gonna press down and flick. And what that does is it just gives a little bit of a spatter in the background that is going to just add a little bit more to it. And I just realized I didn't finish coloring this one in, so let me add that in there. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down to my gorgeous grape. So the white piece I have here is 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and then this piece here is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to lay that right on top. Okay, and let's see if we can turn it to its side and see how that's going to turn out. So if I put, let's move it over a little bit. Make sure that we're going to like this before I glue it down. And then I can put that on there. Actually, I think I'm just kind of playing with this card as I go. I'm not keeping it exactly the same. Once you have your pieces, you can kind of play and change it up. I think I like that. There we go. All right, let's go with that. So this one up here is our Granny Apple Green. We'll go ahead and put that one down. Sometimes it's hard to see if I'm exactly straight without putting my head under the camera, so I'm hoping I'm pretty well straight. There we go, and let's do the last one. There we go. Let's add a few dimensionals on the back here. Now tomorrow I am doing an online workshop. It's my first one. It's a Facebook page, and if you would like to join me, just go ahead and message me if you haven't signed up already, and I will send you the link. And it's open to everybody. It's a free workshop. And I'm going to be sharing some additional InColor cards and projects. So I'm going to do a little bit more tomorrow, some different things. So let's put that down. So I just added a little bit of tape there. And then I'm going to put this right on top. And then we have our 2 flowers we're going to add. So I'm just taking my bone folder, giving them a little curl. I'm going to come back, do the same here. This is where I wanted my glue dots. Oh, look, I have a brand new package here. I'm not sure where my opened one went, but I'll take the brand new one. I got lucky. So let's move, oops. All right. And we're going to layer that right on top of the other one. So it's kind of a double flower. And then I'll add a dimensional on the back. And then I can pop it up right there. And next I'm going to, sorry about reaching over on here. I should have had my take your pick tool handy. I actually had it put away, so that's why it wasn't right there. Okay. So there we go. Let's flip that over. We're going to add some more dimensionals on here. I've been going through so many dimensionals the last week or so, creating swaps, working on class projects. I'm going to share with you a couple of class projects that I have coming up. I'm going to share you a couple of the projects we'll be making in the classes, I should say. All right, and now we're going to put this right on top there. So bringing this one back in, they're basically the same card. I just switched it out just a little bit and turned it to the other direction. So it's easy to switch your cards around using the same pieces. Just have a little bit of fun with those. All right, you guys want to see another color? Let me put those over here and let's bring in, I think I'm going to do the soft succulent. That one was a really fun combination too. So again, our card base right here is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's 11 inches folded in half. And let me find my pieces. I think this is, what's that? Okay, here we go. So for this one, the coordinating colors are soft succulent, early espresso, and then we have so saffron right here. So those are our 3 coordinating colors. We have our ribbon. Our background here layer is going to be early espresso. And let's do a couple of our flowers. Let's start there. I do need to clean these off. My well-loved little chamois here gets used a lot. All right, on this one, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the larger flower, just to change it up a little bit. And if I look at the back of my punch, this one now is like a cross. So I want to change the direction that I am stamping. Instead of doing an X, I'm going to do it like a cross. There we go. And we'll punch that out. Now I keep a stash of scraps next to me. Most of them that I have are strips, but sometimes I'll have pieces like this that I punched out of earlier. And I just like to, you know, keep them handy for when I am doing some punches. Yeah, Kim, I love the new InColors. This set of colors is just so much fun, and I think they all coordinate so well together. All right, this one I am going to bring in a different stamp. This one is a border of flowers. And again, I have not made this card this way, so I'm just kind of going with it. I think I am going to just do like a whole row all the way up. And all I'm doing, I'll use this wider block, is I'm lining up the bottom of the stamped image. So we could do this on the Stamparatus, but this is more of just a random stamping, and so I wasn't really all that concerned about it being exact. We do have that little edge there, but I'm going to have my papers come off of that, so I think it'll be fine not to have that stamped image there. But of course, we'll find out because I haven't done it, but it just looked like fun. I wanted to kind of do a little bit more of a variety of stamping using some of the different images because my original cards were all done the exact same card, just multiple, you know, just in the different colors. So let me see what colors have the order I think I want to do this one in. All right. So I think we're going to go like this. And yep, I think this. So I'm going to come over to the edge. When I work, I'm constantly pushing at my mat and kind of shoving it over. So hopefully I keep kind of trying to peek over and make sure that I'm not totally off the page. All right, yeah, I think that worked out good. I like that border around there like that. That looks great. Let's add some dimensionals on the back of this one. Now something that I'm adding, and when I'm done doing these cards, I'm going to share with you, is I am going to be doing a color club. And it's going to run for 5 months, and each month you're going to get a different color. You're going to get different product with a different color. So 1 month it'll be soft succulent, 1 month it's going to be fresh freesia, and it's just going to go through all the different colors. So I will kind of share with you what is going to be included in that. Let me get these off the side here. And this one, let's go with this sentiment. I'm just kind of grabbing, I have them all on the side here, and I'm using the Early Espresso ink. I just stuck my finger in it. All right, make sure my hands are clean before I go and add this on. And we need to add some ribbon. I'm just putting a little dab of adhesive. I think this one I'm going to go up that way. Why not do it a little different? And just holding it down, because once we put the label down and it has the dimensionals, it's going to go ahead and it's going to hold that for us. All right. There we go. And now we have our flowers. I usually do one going one direction and one going the other. It doesn't really matter. I think once you actually, put it in the envelope and close it up, you may not be able to tell the difference, but I feel like when I'm doing it, I'm making it fluffier. And so I still go ahead and do it. May not make any difference whatsoever. All right, I'm gonna move that one over there and then bring in my rhinestones. I'm going to put one right there, and then let's add a couple more here. All right, so here are the 2 cards now. So it's the exact same pieces. I just changed up the stamps. I used a smaller image here and the larger one here. Now if you wanted to, let's see if I can grab my marker without, I'm going to try and move this a little bit. Maybe I'll grab the darker one. Let's see. Let me do a little test here real quick. I don't want it too dark, but I'd like to have a little contrast. I think I am going to use the darker one. I probably should have done this ahead of time, but I am just going to come in here and color in just some random ones, not like the whole thing. I think it would be really cute to do like a rainbow row of these, so each row would be a different color. I think that'd be really pretty. Let's do a little bit there, come down here, maybe do this one here. I guess we'll do this one here too. Now if you really want to jazz that up a little bit more, and you're like me and you have seem like you have plenty of rhinestones laying around, we are going to just add all those ones that have the color. I'm just putting a rhinestone on. It's going to give it lots of bling, but it's just really dressing it up. So it's going from a basic card, and I'm just adding a little bit more to it. You can keep it super simple if that's the type of card you want, but you can also always dress it up and add a little more. All right, so there are our 2 cards now. I think those turned out really well. And let's go ahead and do one more card. Let's see. Hi, Deanna. Thanks for joining. I can't decide what I want to do. Let's do this bright one. So this one here is our polished pink. It has Coastal Cabana and Daffodil Delight. So it's a very bright colors in that group. All right, I'm trying to think if I want to do something like totally different, or we're going to keep it kind of the same. So let's get our pieces here. Our base, and then we have this. Okay. How about on this one, if we do both Coastal Cabana and the polished pink flowers? I think that would kind of be fun just to see the difference. And then maybe I can, let me grab my Daffodil Delight. Is this Daffodil Delight? Yes, let me get the darker one. Sorry about reaching over the table. Let's see, we will do, let's do the smaller flower and the daffodil, no, let's see, Calypso Coral. I'm messing up my colors. Coastal Cabana, we're gonna do the larger flower in Coastal Cabana. And then we'll do the smaller flower in our polished pink. I feel like I'm running out of room on my space here. Okay. All right, I think that's pretty good. And then for our sentiment, I'm going to turn mine going this direction, and let's see if this one is going to fit. Life is better with friends like you. And let's see if I can just, got a little mark on it. Okay, let's try that again. Let me get that edge a little bit. Sometimes when you're doing white on white, it's really hard to see, but if you bring a color underneath, you can see a little bit better. I'm trying to go straight down. There we go. Alrighty. Let's add a little bit of spatter in here. There's our pink. And then I think we're going to add the yellow in the center of the flowers. So this is our Daffodil Delight. I have no clue how this is going to turn out, so I hope you guys like it. If not, it's only paper. We can just make another one. But it is bright, cheery. I think it'd be great for a little girl's card. There we go. Maybe we should add a little splatter. So I use the Stampin' Right markers, but you can also use the Stampin' Blends. So I am just going to give it a little bit more splatter. All right, let's adhere that down. Still have some pieces over here. Hi, Gidget. All right. So we go from kind of basic, and then we just spruce it up by adding lots more color here. think I'm going to need to bring that pink back in to do our flowers, but. And how about if we change it up and we do our paper going the other direction? So let's do our paper this way. As you'll see, there's no right or wrong way. It all looks good no matter which way you go. Now this designer series paper, it is in the InColors, but we do have it, I think I've said earlier, we do have it in all of our colors. So it's a combination pack, so it'd either be like our brights, our neutrals, our regals, subtles, or there are two different sets of InColors. So there is that. I guess we'll just stay with doing our ribbon this way. Or actually, maybe I can do this. Let's see. I don't know if it's long enough. I don't think it's long enough. All right. Sometimes you can kind of go back and forth and do like a fun little snake on there, but I don't have my spool right here open, so I'll go ahead and do it this way. Now we messed up on the back side, had a little bit of extra ink on there, but I've just flipped it over. The white cardstock is pretty thick, so usually you can use both sides without a problem. And I'm going to add that just like that, and then let's do a couple pink flowers. We're going back to the small one, so we do want to do that as an X, so it'll be easier to punch out. I may have gotten those too close, but we'll figure that out when we punch them out. Yep, I'm going to catch it, so I'll have to stamp another one. Sometimes it's easier to stamp and then punch and stamp and punch, so you don't do that, but that's okay. I can go close this time because that one doesn't matter anymore. All right, those pieces are just flying. Martha, the ribbon is very pretty. I love it. It's so easy to tie bows with in that. I really like it. And it's really soft, and it's just a fun ribbon. And the best part is you can get it in every color, every InColor that we have from this year. I don't want to say all InColors because the ones from last year are a little bit different. All right, I'm going to add a dimensional there. And bring those rhinestones back in. Why not add a few more? Grab one up there. Excuse me, let me grab a quick drink. All right. Let's get some dimensionals. I'm wondering if I can come up with two more ideas, because I do have two more cards I can make. If you guys want to hang out with me for a few more minutes, excuse me, we can go ahead and make two more in the other two InColors. Oops, there we go. I think I really like this one a lot. I like adding the extra color in the background. Here is the basic one that we started out with, and then this is the one I changed up and added the different sentiments and moved the paper around, and then just added more color on the back. All right. I'm just kind of stashing them all up there, so at the end I will bring them out, and I will also post the pictures of the cards individually so that you can look at them, not in the video, but you'll be able to look at them on my page here. And you will be able to see the different cards and how I changed them up in that. All right, I'm going to take this one really different. I hadn't planned this, but I'm going to do it without, I think I'm going to, I don't know, maybe not. I was thinking of just doing it with the green and then adding some paper this way. Nah, I kind kind of think I want to use the white after all. Okay, let's bring the white back in. Sometimes I'm very indecisive and I can't decide what I want to do. But I do want to use that sentiment that I used on the last card. I kind of like how that fills it in, and it's tall. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to use our Old Olive ink with our Pale Papaya. So again, I'm going to kind of put this on here so that I can see it a little bit better. Make sure I go straight down and come straight up. And then I've got that. Let's do our flower. Probably notice I'm doing these in different order. Sometimes I get all my stamping done first and then I move on and put it together. Sometimes I do it together. It doesn't really matter. However you want to put your cards together, just have fun doing it. All right, now this one I am doing a large and a small one. I haven't done that yet. So let's punch out the large one. Okay. And then we'll come down here and we'll do this one at the bottom, the smaller one. Now if you like this stamp set, the name of it is Flowers of Friendship. I think it's a wonderful stamp set for someone just starting out. It's such a great value with getting the 10% off. Then it comes with the punch and the stamp set. You can pick up a couple different colors of ink, and then you'll be set to go. All right, so I'm going to add these on here. And I don't have, let me grab a smaller block. I think it'll work on here. And let me grab one of the leaves out. And this one, because we have that old olive in the background, I think it'd be kind of nice to add some old olive as the leaves. So I'm done with that color. All right, let's see how this goes. A little something on there. Now because these are not our photopolymer, I'm really just randomly guessing where I am putting it, but it looks like it's going pretty well. I think it's close enough. I feel like I need a little more color in here. Let's add another one up here on the top, and then we might need to do a little bit more of that spattering too. I think that will help. Turn it that way so I can add a little more green in there. Yeah, Pale Papaya is one that I wasn't really sure about when I first saw it, but I'm really falling in love with it. They just all coordinate and they go together so well. It's just really, really fun. All right, let me grab my Pale Papaya and let's fill those centers in. I think that will help a little bit. Just adding a little more color on the inside. There we go. I think that'll do. We're going to stick with that. So all of the cards, there's going to be 10 of them. I'm making them all with the exact same layout, the same pieces. So you're really getting 6 different cards. 5 of them are exactly the same, one of each color, and then the other 5 I've changed up and done something different on them. All right. I love having that little bit of blue in there. I should kind of eyeball where I think I'm going to put these, and then I don't have to. You know, let's go ahead and do this. Oh, I think I'm gonna really like this. Okay, and then we're gonna put that right there, our label. Sometimes when I come on in my Facebook Live, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Other times, I just kind of want to go with it, because sometimes when you sit down and you want to start stamping, you're not really sure. And I'm going to put that kind of at an angle. And so today I had the plan of the original cards, but I'm showing you a whole bunch of other cards. So let's go ahead and put that right there. And this one, I think I'm going to trim my ribbon just a little bit so it's not all the way off the card. And then we have our flower. So I'm going to do the large one, and then I will do the small one. Oops, got to turn that just a little bit so we don't cover our words. There we go. And now let's do that little one, and we're going to layer them on top. So you not only can layer them the same size ones together, but you can also layer them with the different sizes. Okay. There we go. I like that. I like with the little bit bigger and the smaller one. I keep burying my take your pick tool underneath things. There we go. And then, whoops, add a little bling over here. Maybe have one there. Okay, I think that's good. Get all my table cleared off. And let's layer this up with some dimensionals. I kind of feel like I need to use all the other color combos now that are in each color and do another card. So the same layout, I mean the same pieces, but just do it in all the different color combos and see how it works. Or maybe I'll pick a different stamp set and do that. That would be really fun. All right, I think I really like this zigzag look with the ribbon coming out of the flowers. That might be my favorite. All right, here's the original. And we have one more to go. So that is with our Evening Evergreen. Now I'm really, really, really excited about this color paper. I just think it is beautiful, and I cannot wait until we get our holiday catalog in August to see what holiday stuff we have and how it's going to be using this paper. Now in our annual catalog right now, there is a couple new stamp sets that are holiday, and there is a pack of 6x6 designer series paper that coordinates, and this is one of the colors in it. But I know with the new annual catalog, there's going to be some fun, the new holiday catalog, there'll be some fun things. I'm going to use this stamp. All right. I think we've got that. Let me get my last bag here. It's a little different combination. I think it's very pretty. It has a Blackberry Bliss, Sahara Sand, and then the Evening Evergreen. So our background on here is going to be the Blackberry Bliss, and then we're going to do our white, and we have our label. All right, let me think. Actually, I think I'm going to use this on the background on here, because it will kind of match if I use this design right here. And you know what, I think I'm going to, let's see. We'll see how it looks, and if I don't really care for it, I can always flip it over. So this is our Sahara Sand. Let's see. And I am just kind of alternating, going back and forth. Again, I'm just lining up that edge of the stamp with my last row, and hoping that it is, for the most part, pretty straight. And it looks pretty even from top to bottom. It definitely lines up. You know, you don't have like a larger space or want some of them stamped off or anything like that. All right, so we're gonna do this one going that direction. Let's stamp our sentiment. All right, and I think I'm gonna pull this underneath just to help me out a little bit. My eyes are just a little bit off. Okay, this is our Blackberry Bliss. There we go. And then I think I will bring in and give it a little spatter. Oops, wrong color. I need that Evening Evergreen. There we go. Layer that on there. We'll try something different. I've been doing different all day, so oops, just kind of stagger them a little bit. So this is Sahara Sand, the Blackberry Bliss, and Evening Evergreen. I don't know, let's see. All right, I think I'm gonna go with that because I do want it to be different from the other cards. And I'm gonna add some adhesive there. This is a little bit longer piece that I have, so let me cut that in half. I'm going to have it go down here to this corner. And we haven't stamped our flowers yet. I think I need to do that. There we go. Almost thought I smeared that, but I think I'm okay. So we're going to do 2 of the smaller ones. I'm going to go ahead and do 1 on each side of my scrap so that I don't mess it up when I am punching it. All right. There we go. Let's see where my first one, here's 1. And, whoops, it's all the way under my table. Okay. There we go. I actually just thought of something, and it would have been kind of neat to do maybe the Blackberry Bliss flower and then make some leaves out of this. But since I already have it, I'm not going to go back. I'm going to stick with it. This Gidget reminds me of a combo that you did before, maybe in a swap card or something. I think last year at the holidays, but not exactly, but similar. All right, there's that. I need my glue dots. We'll pop that up. And then lastly, our rhinestones. One in the middle. Oops, there's a little piece of something there. Well, that's going to just have to go over there and get a new one. I'm not sure what that was there. Little piece of something. All right. So, oops, I didn't put it up on here. Let's go ahead and do that. The Blackberry Bliss is a color that I haven't used a whole lot, but it seems like it's one that I'm being drawn to more and more. I think it looks really pretty with, let me bring this in here really quick, but like that fresh Freesia, I think that's going to be a really good combo. So I can't wait to try that. All right, there we go. So here is the other card. That's pretty good. So I'm going to stack these all up and we can go back through them really quickly. So this is the original. This is the new one. This is the new one, and this is the original. This is the original, and then this one is the new one. Here's my original, and here is the new one. So all of the cards changed up a little bit, but not a lot, and I just think they were super fun to make. And again, they're used with the Stampin' Up color combos that are just so easy to follow. Now, anyone that that puts a comment in is going to get a downloadable copy of that color combo right here. And tomorrow I'm going to show you a really fun project that you can make with it. And now I'd like to share with you just real quickly about two things. One of them is my InColor Club. Now the InColor Club is going to, it goes from now until the 15th when you need to sign up. It's going to include the DSP, and the DSP each month you're going to get the different colors. So the first month is polished pink, so you would get the polished pink pieces. You'll get a polished pink Stampin' Right marker, classic stamp pad, ink refill, pool. You'll get the 20 polished pink gems, and you're going to get one of the ombre bags. And then you're going to get an additional gift and a card, a different card that I designed. So I'm going to put it together and everything for you, and then you can duplicate it. But each month you're going to get a new card design. All of that together is $45, and you just need to make your payment to me by the 15th of the month for the next 5 months. So it's going to be May, June, July, August, and September. So it'll end in September. And if you have any questions, just message me or contact me, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have about that. Now this coming week, we have my Creative Cards class, and I'm just going to give you a sneak peek of one of the cards. And this is it right here. So I'm using a couple different stamp sets. This one right here is one of our new Daisy Garden background stamps. And this is one of our new die cuts. It's a tag set. It's just awesome. I love it. And then these words come from two different new sentiment sets. Now I'm using one sentiment set on two different cards, and then I'm using another one that I added to it on this. So even though there's 3 stamp sets on here, one of the stamp sets you're using on another card. But I just love the colors. This is paper right back here from our In Good Taste. And then these 2 papers come from a new Hostess pack of paper. It has 48 sheets of paper, and the back side, or one side, is all black and white, and then the other side is all different colors. So there's some really bright, cheery ones, and then there's some more muted, monochromatic ones. So I'm really excited about this card. I think it's going to be fun. All right. And my next thing I have coming up is a stamp camp. Now, it's not until June 12th, but because of everything being brand new, I want to make sure that I have plenty of time to get the product in for you. And so if you're interested in signing up for the stamp camp, it is $75. You are going to receive $65 in product, and it's just going to be a really, really fun day. Originally, I was trying to have it in person, but I decided to do it virtual just to give us a little bit more time. But I think it'll be a fun day. We're going to start at 10. We're going to do 2 projects from 10 to 12, 10 to 12, 12:30. And then we'll have a lunch break, and then we're going to do 4 more projects in the afternoon. So the stamp set that we are going to use in the morning is called All Squared Away. And then the one we're going to use in the afternoon is Hand Penned. All of the product we're using coordinates with the hand pen designer series paper, the designer series, or the suite. So the hand pen suite are the colors that we're using. You do need to RSVP by the, or register by the 5th, or the, let me see if I make sure I get, if I didn't change the days, by the 14th, so I can order before I leave for Hawaii. And I'm going to show you one of the projects. So when I say projects, it's not just a card. This is probably the largest project of the group, but I'm giving you guys a sneak peek because you're here watching me today. Kim, it is the stamp sets for those sentiments. The one is Biggest Wish, and the other is Create with Friends. So Biggest Wish and Create with Friends are the sentiments that I'm using in this month's creative card class. All right, so here is a card set that I created. It's using the Memory and More cards, and when you open it up, there are 4 different cards in here. So I'm not going to show you all the cards right now, but I will tell you there are 2 regular size cards. There's a cute 4 1/4 card, square card, and there is a narrow card. So you'll have 4 cards and envelopes that come in this project. So this is one of the projects that you'll be creating. Now everything is included. Things will be die cut, scored. You'll have a PDF with tips in that, and you'll have anything that's like this, you're going to get an actual PDF with the directions on how to make it yourself. But the box will be scored and ready for you to put together when you get it. So I'm really excited about this project, and I think all of them are going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to leave that out there right there. Hi Rhonda, thanks for joining. All right, so that is all I have for today. If you are interested in that color combination chart, just send me a message and I'll be happy to email that to you so that you will have the color combos. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.